Solve problems on decision tree diagram. We will read the given question. Mr. Sinha had to decide whether or not to drill a well on his farm. In his village, only 40% of the wells drilled were successful at 200 feet of depth. Some of the farmers who did not get water at 200 feet drilled further up to 250 feet, but only 20% struck water at 250 feet. Cost of drilling is rupees 50 per foot. Mr. Sinha estimated that he would pay rupees 18,000 during a 5-year period in the present value terms if he continued to buy water from the neighbor rather than to go for the well, which would have a life of 5 years. Mr. Sinha has 3 decisions to make. First, should he drill up to 200 feet? And second, if no water is found at 200 feet, should he drill up to 250 feet? Third, should he continue to buy water from his neighbor? This question was asked at Punjab Technical University B.Tech 2000.
We will prepare a table as per the given question. Now for the decision maker, there are 3 options. First option is that buy water from neighbor, which cost rupees 18,000. Second option, drill well up to 200 feet and which cost 10,000 rupees. Now if we drill well up to 200 feet, then there are 2 chances, that is water struck or no water struck. So for water struck, probability is given 0.4. And the third option, if no water struck, then again we have to move for the third option, that is drill well up to 250 feet. Now this cost is 2,500. That means 200 feet well is already drilled and we have to move for extra 50 feet. And here it costs rupees 2,500, and here also 2 chances, that is water struck or no water struck. So water struck probability is 0.2. Now we have to draw here the decision tree. So first we have to make the 2 decisions, that is buy water from neighbor, and second option is that drill up to 200 feet. Now the third option will depend on the second option, that is when we drill well up to 200 feet, then if no water struck, then only we have to move for the third option, that is the drill well up to 250 feet. So first there are only 2 decisions available and we have to show it with decision node. So that will be our first decision. So we have to draw here the square, that is the decision node with number 1. Now we will show here the first branch and here will be second branch. So first branch is drill up to 200 feet. So I will write here drill 200 feet. And what is the cost for this? That is rupees 10,000. So we have to show here the cost, that is rupees 10,000. Now second option is that buy water from neighbor. So we will show here the second decision, buy water. Now if we observe buy water, that means our requirement is getting fulfilled. So here what is the cost, that is buy water is rupees 18,000. So this is the terminal branch because requirement is getting fulfilled. So we have to show here outcome 18,000. Now we will move for the next. When we drill up to 200 feet, again there are 2 chances, that is water struck or no water struck. So we have to show these 2 chances with event node. I will show here with circle with letter A. Now we will show these 2 chances of occurrence. So first is water struck. So we will show here water struck. And second is no water struck. Now when water struck, that means our requirement is getting fulfilled. So this is the terminal branch and the probability for water struck is mentioned 0.4. So we will mention here probability, and what is the outcome? So outcome is ₹0 because our requirement is getting fulfilled. Now if no water struck, and what is the probability for this no water struck? That is 1 minus 0.4, that is 0.6. Then again decision maker should decide the next option. Whenever no water struck, that means he will move for drill up to 250 feet or buy water from neighbor. So we will make show here the decision with the decision node. So that this will be our second decision. So I will write here 2, and 2 decision we have to show with decision branch. So here we have to show drill up to drill 250 feet, and second decision buy water from neighbor. Buy water. Now when we buy water, then our requirement is getting fulfilled, and what is the cost? So cost is 18,000. So we have to show this with outcome, that is ₹18,000. And for drill up to 250 feet, it costs 2,500. So we have to mention here cost, that is 2,500. Now when we drill well up to 250 feet, again there are 2 chances of occurrence, that is water struck or no water struck. So we have to show these 2 chances with event node. So I will use the next letter, that is letter B. And now we have to again draw the 2 sub branch. So first is water struck. Now for this water struck, probability is given 0.2. So we have to mention here probability 0.2. Now for this water struck, that means our requirement is getting fulfilled. So what is the outcome? It is ₹0. And again we will mention here no water struck. So no water struck, if I write here the second option, no water struck. So it is having probability 1 minus 0.2, that is 0.8. Now what will be the meaning of no water struck? That means there is only one option remaining, that is buy water from neighbor, and which will cost ₹18,000. So we will write here, if no water struck, that means buy water. And what is the outcome? Because this is also the terminal branch, because no any other option is remaining, and we have to show the outcome. So outcome of buy water, that means it will cost ₹18,000. Now we will decide which is the best option by the calculation of expected monetary value. So we know that expected monetary value we have to calculate from the right hand side towards the left hand side. So if we observe on the right hand side, there is node B. So what is the expected monetary value at this node B? So we have to calculate this with 0 multiplied by 0.2 plus 18,000 multiplied by 0.8. So if we calculate this, we will get 14,400. So I will mention this value here at node B, 14,400. I will underline this. Now again next node is node 2. So what is the expected monetary value at this node 2? So we have to compare these two values. That is, for this branch we have to add these two values, because this branch is ended at node B, and at node B 14,400 value. So 14,400 plus 2,500. That is the value for this branch, and value of the second branch is 18,000. Now this is the cost that we have written here. So our aim is to minimize the cost. So we have to select the minimum value in between 14,400 plus 2,500 and 18,000. So here in between these two values 14,400 plus 2,500, that means 16,900. So this is the minimum value, so we have to select this value, that is at node 2 we will select 16,900. So I will write here. Now again we will calculate the expected monetary value at node A. So at node A we have to write here 0 multiplied by 0.4 plus, now this branch is ended at node 2 and this node 2 is having value 16,900. So plus 0.6 into the 16,900. So when we calculate this we will get the answer 10,140. So I will mention here 10,140. So I will make the underline. Now again we have to select the expected monetary value at node 1. So this is the decision node. So if we observe this branch ended at node A which costs 10,140. So what is the value of this branch? That is 10,140 plus 10,000. That is 20,140, and for the second branch it is 18,000. So which is the minimum? So minimum value is 18,000. So AMV at node 1 we have to select the 18,000. That means what will be the best decision? So best decision is that the Mr. Sinha should buy the water from neighbor, and which will cost the 18,000 rupees, and he should not drill for the well.
We will read the second question. A company is currently working with a process which, after paying for materials, labor, etc., brings a profit of rupees 12,000. The company has following alternatives. First, the company can conduct research R1 which is expected to cost rupees 10,000 and has 90% probability of success. If successful, the gross income will be 26,000 rupees. Second, the company can conduct research R2 expected to cost rupees 6,000 and has a probability of 60% success. If successful, the gross income will be 24,000. Third, the company can pay rupees 5,000 as a royalty of a new process which will bring a gross income of 20,000. Fourth, the company may continue the current process. Because of limited resources, only one of the two types of research can be carried out at a time. Draw the decision tree and find the optimal strategy for the company. This question was asked PU UIAMS MBA May 2015, PTU B Tech 2010, PU MBA Feb 2009.
As per given question, we have to prepare one table. For company, there are 4 options for the decision making. So these 4 options we can say alternatives. So these alternatives are to follow the current process, to conduct research R1, to conduct research R2, and pay for royalty. Now according to these 4 processes, cost is also given. So for the current process, no any cost is there and profit is 12,000 rupees. Then for research R1, cost is 10,000 and profit is 26,000. For research R2, cost is 6,000, profit is 24,000, and pay for royalty, cost is 5,000 and profit is 20,000. But about the research R1 and R2, there are 2 probabilities. That is, this research will success or research will fail. So that means we can say that this success and failure, these are the chances of occurrence. And the chances of occurrence for the research R1, success probability 0.9, that is 90% is mentioned in the question, and for research R2, success probability 60%, that is 60 by 100, that means 0.6 is the probability. So as per this table, we have to prepare here the decision tree. So what is the first decision? So for the first decision, there are 4 alternatives that are available. So we will mention here with decision node, that is number 1. So we will write here the current process. So current process we will mention here, that will be our one decision. So when we follow current process, there is no any cost and profit is 12,000 rupees. So this profit, that means the outcome. So when we follow the current process, then there is no any other options that we have to follow. So we have to mention here outcome, because this will be terminal branch. So I will mention here outcome as a profit. Then next is pay for royalty. So pay for royalty, which will cost 5,000. So this cost we will write in with minus sign, because from profit we have to subtract this cost, because this outcome we have to write here as a net profit. So for this royalty, which will cost 5,000, so I will write here minus 5,000 with profit 20,000. So outcome of this branch, that will be 20,000. So this is the profit, and we have to calculate net profit by 20,000 minus 5,000 for this decision. Now we will move to the next decision, that is research R1 and research R2. Now here there are two chances of occurrence. So first we will write here the research R1. So I will simply say R1. So for this R1, it will cost rupees 10,000. So we have to write here minus 10,000. And for the research R2, it will cost 6,000 rupees, that is we have to write minus 6,000. Now for these two options, that is for R1 and R2, there are two chances of occurrence, that is this research will succeed or this research will fail. So these two chances of occurrence we have to show with the event node. So I will draw here the event node. So this will be our first event, so I will show with A. Now for this event node, there are two chances, so we have to show here two branches. Now first chance is that this research R1 will succeed, so I will write here succeed. Now for this success, probability is 0.9. So we have to show the probability 0.9, and if it is succeed, then there is no any other decision. So here we have to mention the outcome. So what is the outcome of success of R1? That is we have to write here as a profit. So profit is 26,000, that we have to mention. Now we will move to the next, that is this research will fail. So failure of research R1, that I will write here as a fail. Then this probability of this failure, that is 1 minus 0.9, that is 0.1. Now if it fails, then we have remaining three options. Now we have to make the decision for the remaining three options. That means we have to draw here the decision node. So I will move for the decision node. So this will be our second decision. So if research R1 fails, then here will be our second decision. So I will draw here the number 2. Now this research R1 is, there is failure of research R1. So now remaining three options that we have to mention. So how to mention? So first we will take here the current process and royalty. And the third option that we have to write here the research R2. So current process. So for this current process, no any cost is there, but here profit is 12,000. So we have to mention the outcome as a profit, that is rupees 12,000. Then the next is royalty. So for this royalty we have to mention the cost also. So we will write here as a royalty, and royalty will cost rupees 5,000, that is minus 5,000. And what is the profit? So profit is 20,000. So we will mention here the profit of 20,000. Now we will move for the third option. So third option is research R2. So for this research R2 cost is 6,000. So again we have to mention here for research R2 I will write minus 6,000. And now again there are two chances for research R2, that is it will get success or it will failure. So we have to show it by the event node. So I will again draw here one event node. So here already we have used letter A. Now next letter we will use B. Now we have to show these two events with two branches, that is it will be success or there is the failure. So when success is there, so if research R2 is succeed, then here what is the cost or profit? Profit is 24,000. We have to mention. But what is the probability of this success? So success probability is 0.6. And the second option or second chance is that this research will be failed. So here I will write failure of this research, that is fail, and what will be? It's a probability. So probability for the failure is 1 minus 0.6, that is 0.4. Now when it will fail, research R2 will fail, then again there are two options, because when R1 is also failed, R2 is also failed, then there are two options that will remain. So we have to show this with the decision node. So this decision will be our third decision. And now we will show this with two options, that is follow the current process or pay for royalty. So current process and here royalty. Now again paying for royalty, that means there is cost of minus 5,000, and now for current process profit is 12,000. So we have to mention here. So this will be our terminal branch 12,000, and pay for royalty 5,000 is that outcome is 20,000. Now we will move for the next. So here is research R2. So for this research R2 again there are two chances of occurrence. So these two chances of occurrence we have to show with the event node. So A, B is there. Now next event we will show with C, and two chances that we have to show with the two branch. So first will be succeed. So this research R2 if succeed, then here we will get the net profit for R2 is 24,000. And what will be the probability of success? It is 0.6. And next will be chances of occurrence, that it will be fail. So here for failing of this research, what is the probability? That is the remaining probability 0.4, and we have to show here, or we have to take here next decision. So whenever failure of R2, that means we have to take the next decision, that is decision number 4. Now for this fourth decision again we have options, three options, because this research R2 fails, that means follow current process, follow royalty, or conduct research R1. So I will show here. So I will write the current process. So for current process, here we have to show the profit, that is the outcome 12,000. Then there is the another option, that is for pay for royalty. So for royalty we have to subtract its cost, that is minus 5,000, and we have to make the profit, or we have to write the profit as a 20,000. And then the third option is that to conduct research R1. So for this R1, what is the cost of R1? Minus 10,000. We have to mention this. Now for this minus 10,000, again there are two chances. So we have to show these chances with event node. So next letter will be letter D. So for this letter, again we have to show two branches. So we will show here. First branch is for success and next branch will be for failure. So for this, if this research R1 succeed, then we have to show here the outcome. That is, for the success of research R2, it is 24,000 rupees outcome. But what is the chances of success? That is 0.6. So here no, for research R1 it is 0.9. So we have to mention here as a 0.9. And chances of failure. So for the failure chances, these chances are 0.1. That is the probability. 1 minus 0.9, that is 0.1. Now when it is failed, then again there are two options. So again we have to draw here the decision node. Now next decision 1, 2, 3, 4, and here will be fifth decision. And now we have only two options, because here R1 is failed, R2 is failed. So the remaining two option is current process, and next is pay for royalty. Now if we observe, the current process is having no any cost and profit is 12,000. And royalty is having cost, that is 5,000. So we have to mention here as a minus 5,000. And its profit is 20,000. So we will write here as a outcome as a 20,000. Now to select the best option, we have to calculate the expected monetary value at each node, and these values are calculated from the right hand side. So we will first calculate the expected monetary value at this decision node 3 and decision node 5. So how to calculate this? So these outcomes mentioned as a profit. So we have to select for the maximum profit. So if we observe expected monetary value at node 3, we have to select the maximum of these two outcomes. So outcome for this branch is 12,000 and outcome for this branch is 20,000 minus 5,000, because we have to subtract the cost for royalty. So here we have to select from 12,000 and 15,000. So what is the maximum value? 15,000 is the maximum value. So we will mention here as a 15,000. I will underline this. Then at node 5, again we have to select the maximum in between these two, that is 12,000 and 15,000. So again here will be 15,000. Now we will move for the next, that is the expected monetary value at node B. So here these are the sub branches with probability. So we will take 24,000 into 0.6 plus, now this branch ends at node 3, which we have selected for 15,000 profit, plus 15,000 into 0.4, that is equal to 20,400. So we will mention here the value at this node is 20,400 and I will underline this. Now at node D, here because this is the research R1, and if research R1 succeed, then here 26,000 profit. So it is not 24,000. So it was mistake. So this was 26,000. So how to calculate the value? That is 26,000 into 0.9 plus 15,000 into 0.1. So when we calculate this, we will get the answer 24,900. Now we will move for the next node. We will calculate expected monetary value at decision node 4. So we have to select the maximum profit. So how to select maximum? So this branch is connected with node D, and which is having 24,900 as a value. So 24,900 minus 10,000, that is 14,900. This branch is having outcome 12,000, and this branch is 20,000 minus 5,000, that is 15,000. So maximum value in between these is 15,000. Then we will move for the next, that is we will calculate expected monetary value at node 2. So here also we have to take the net profit, that is 20,400 minus 6,000, that is 14,400. Then here next is 12,000, and next is 20,000 minus 5,000, that is 15,000. So what is the maximum value? That is 15,000. Now again we will move for the next. So we have to find out expected monetary value at node A. That is 26,000 into 0.9 plus, now at the node 2 value is 15,000. So we have to take 15,000 plus 15,000 into 0.1. So its value is 24,900. So we have to mention this. Now next is expected monetary value at node C. So here at node 4 it is 15,000 that we have selected. So we have to calculate 24,000 into 0.6 plus 0.4 into 15,000, that is 20,400. So we have to select here. Now again we have to take the final decision. So there are 4 number of decisions. So for the first branch, what is the value? 24,900 minus 10,000, that is 14,900. Then next is 12,000, next is 20,000 minus 5,000, that is 15,000, and next outcome is 20,400 minus 6,000, that is 14,400. Now we have to select the maximum value in between these 4. So for these 4 values, maximum value is 15,000, and it is for pay for royalty 5,000 and profit will be 20,000. So this is the maximum expected profit. So decision maker or company should decide the pay for royalty and earn the profit 20,000.